So we're using the same data from last class, and I want you all to connect to the data, just like I showed you in the last class. And does anyone want to share their screen to just okay, let me stop sharing. Does anyone want to share their screen to go through the process so every other person can see?
I don't mind sharing mine, but I tried working on that data today, and I think it's looking scattered on my Tableau. If it's okay, I can go on.
No problem. Just share and connect with data and let others to connect, and we'll pick it up from there.
All right.
Mhm.
Mm, yeah. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
All right. Should
So
have
you
been
can just
doing.
close this one.
All right.
Okay, then connect to data.
Okay.
Is that
Yeah. Text file.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And there's Amazon fashion.
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
Then you just click sheet one. That sheet one just
Sorry.
you click on sheet one just below.
Okay. Yeah.
Mhm. So that's how
Okay.
to
Now.
connect. So that's how to connect to the file. So you can stop sharing now. So I'll share now.
All
Just
right.
to just to be just like a recap, just to be sure that everybody on the same page. Okay,
Okay.
so I'll share my screen now, and so I have the same thing that you have that you just shown us right now. So
Okay.
what I would do now is, you see, we have a tag of Amazon Prime. So this is if the product is on Amazon Prime. So it's saying either a yes or no,
Mm.
right? If bestseller tag, yes or no. So first, if you have your notes there, I think one of the things that you want to write is one of the story for tonight is that we're going to find out. So I'll just put it in the chat as we are here now. So one of the first story is one, um, find out number of products on
Yeah.
okay on Amazon Prime, or find out if the product is on Amazon Prime or not. So there are two ways we can go about that. We can use products and the we can use products, or we can use the what do you call it? Or we can use the what do you call it? Probably maybe the category. Um, right. Okay. Maybe we shouldn't go that way because we most likely have to do like a calculation. So maybe we shouldn't go that way. So what we'll do is first, would play around with the review. So if you remember the last class, I told you something. I said that we'll play around with the review. I don't want to do that yet. So I said something. I said that the numbers of, if you have a rating, right, the numbers of review also determines, is also a factor to determine for your rating. You get? So let's say, for example, now you have 3 products, right? And those 3 products are, how would I put it? And those 3 products are, product number 1, maybe like 500 people rated it. Product number 2, maybe like 2 people rated it. And product number 3, maybe like 200 people rated it. So if we are going to factor the rating, we have to look at the number of, we also have to look at like the number of people that rated that product. Because you can have a product that just 2 people bought it and they will give it rating 5, because 5 is the highest rating according to the data we have here. So if we look at, and if 500 people have reviewed the data, and maybe the product got 4.5 rating, we want to see like, okay, that product, if you look at the number of reviews, you want to see that, oh, a lot of people have, used this product and yet it still retains. So we want to notice, okay, there's consistency in that particular product. But for the other one, we can't really tell if there's, because it's just 2 people that bought it. It's just two, they just have 2 customers that have rated the product. So that's one of the things that we can, look at when you are looking at rating. So if you are going to do rating now, instead of using the rating value, you'll be using average rating. I think I showed us that one in the last class. We did average rating. So one of the first thing we'll look at is, we can look at total sales. So one is total sales. So let's start with total sales. So total sales. So if you are going to look at total sales of this, I told you before, um, Tableau, Tableau does things in aggregate. I said the green, the one that shows the hashtag green, that is in green color, that shows the hashtag, is measure, and the one in blue is dimension. So if I put any measure, say for example, sales price, if I put it on column here, what it will do for me is that it will give you an aggregate. So you can see up here, you can see sum of the sum of sale price. So what is showing me here is sum. I can decide to see maybe the average. If I change that, you see that it has changed, right? This one is average. But normally when you look at Amazon, it just shows, when you put a measure here, what it does the sum. So I want us to understand this. So that's why what it brought out is the total sum of all the products. Now, if you now want to categorize it, now if you want to categorize it, then you can now bring in something to categorize it. You can bring in a measure to categorize it. I'm sorry, a dimension to categorize it. So you can say, okay, total sales in regards to what? Is it the product? Is it the category? Is it according to maybe a seller? So that one can now give you different categories, right? So what I would kind of do first before we go further is we'll try to create an hierarchy. I think I tried to explain that one in the last class, what hierarchy is. So, but today we'll be creating an hierarchy. I'll be creating it with category. So what I want us to do is click on this drop down. If you click on the drop down category, you see this list, you see hierarchy. You say create hierarchy. So you click on create hierarchy. I've not clicked on it here. I'll just leave it for a while. so you guys can see it. So what you do is, I'll just start it again. You click on this drop down, come to hierarchy, click on create hierarchy. Now click create. So I'll name the category items. That's what I'm naming the category. I'll name it items. You can name it anything. You can name it product, what anything I want to name it. Just for you to, understand what you are doing. So I name it, and you see it has brought out the category items. And then under items, I might want to put another category, something under it. So there are two ways to do that. I can do the drop down. So I can do this drop down. Oh, where is that? I want to add product name now. So the product. So I can do a drop down and say hierarchy and say add to items. Right? That's one way to do it. Another way to do it, I can click and drag and put items under category. That's another way to do it. So first, that's one way to do it. Or I come here, hierarchy, add item, and I put it there. I can even shuffle in between. Like I can drag, and if I want one to be above and one below, I can drag and drop. So I have the category, I have the product. I really don't need the description of the product. I really don't need it. So I'll hide that. So the F1, F20, F21, F22, I don't need those two. I will hide them. I don't need these two. I will hide it. I don't need these two. I will hide it. Color. I don't need the color. I will hide it. The brand, I'll put under product name. Right. Large, I don't need it also. So I hide that. Product URL, I don't need that, so I hide that. A product details, I don't need that, I'll hide that. Okay, so now we have the seller ID, seller name, right? I thought we had product ID in the data. Let me see. Okay, so the as in looks like maybe is a product name, maybe product number. I'm not sure of what that is, but it looks like a product. It looks like a product number. Um, now this is, I think this is a product number. I'm not so sure. Um, but it looks like it. So, anyways, we have all these things, and I've created an hierarchy. So I've shown you how to create an hierarchy, and I think I mentioned what you use the hierarchy for in the last class, right? So back to what we are doing. So if, for example, I put my item here, what it has done for me is it has gone to create the sum of sales according to category. And I can put it in ascending order. So I want to believe everybody has created an hierarchy now. Items. Yeah.
Yes, I have. Yes, I have.
Okay. So I have put your. Do you have what I have exactly on my screen now?
No,
No.
it's really difficult to follow and do this thing at the same time.
Yes, I have.
Who is saying it's difficult to follow and do at the same time?
It's Babajide.
Okay. Do you want to share your screen?
Ayo, please, can I confirm something from you?
Okay. What's that?
If you hide a column, how do you unhide it, please?
We'll look into that very soon. So what you do is so this is Babajide, right? Sharing the screen. Babajide.
Yeah,
Babajide.
it's yes, please. I was trying to look for the
Okay.
unmute button initially.
Okay. So now what you do is right click on product name. Okay, go to hierarchy. Hierarchy. Okay, add to items. Okay, now go to brand. Brand. Huh. So I'm thinking brand should even come before the product name. So go to brand because I'm trying to remember. Go to brand, go to hierarchy. Hierarchy. Add to items. So you may have you can click and drag brand and put above yeah. So I think brand should come before product name. So yeah. So that's how it should be. So right click on F2, F F22 or yeah, any one of it and hide them. Hide. So right click, hide, right click, hide. So now hold on. Go just at the top, you see, you have search, no, at the top of this, you have search, no, at the top. That, yeah. Next to search, no, you just pass search. Next to search, you have filter. Next to filter, you see that drop down, that arrow, no, not the view data, the drop down. Click on it. Now you see something. It says hide. It says show all hidden fields. See, go down. Show hidden fields. So for Adele, you said that asked me how. That's how if you click on that, click on
Okay.
that, please. Click on that. So you see to show you. So you can right click on it and unhide it. So go and click it, you can see. So you don't need to unhide it, please. So I'm just showing how to do that. So click on the show hidden fields. Click on it now. Uncheck it. No. Uncheck it here. That's it. So you can hide color, please. Hide description. Hide large. Hide product URL. Okay. I think this is all that I have there. So now what you want to do is take sales price on the measure, the third to the last sales price. Yeah, take it to your row, click and drag and put it on your row. Oh, sorry, column, put it on column. Okay, now click and drag items. the category you created, put it on rows. So you have something like that. So do you remember the button we used to do the click on the show me at the top? That show me, no, at the top right corner, top right corner. Click on that show me. Then just click on it once. So now click on the sort in ascending order or descending order. Just at the top there. Yeah. Okay, now we have seen it. They have sorted it in descending order. So these are the categories of of the products, and it can be by brand. So if you right click on that category, no, sorry, click the plus sign in front of category. No, the plus sign. Sorry, at the back of category. Sorry, at the back of category. No, that one. Yeah, then click on it. So you see, it has brought out the different brands, right? If you click on the plus sign in front of brand, it's now bring out the product name. Do you all understand now? So you can click the minus sign behind brand. Yeah, and click that minus sign again. Yeah, so we don't necessarily, so this is just to show you to break it down further. So you can stop sharing now since you are where I am. Does anybody have any questions so far?
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. In regards to what we are doing at the moment. No question, right? Okay. So I would do the same thing, descending on the right. And if I look down, I can see like a couple of things. But there are some little things that I need to tidy up, right? So number one, I want to make sure that every time I'm doing anything in relation to price, it brings out the price that I want, right? So what I'll do is this. I'll click on this, sales. I'll right click or click on the drop down. I think I'll go to change data type. You see, the data type that we have is in number and decimal. We want it to be
Number of whole number.
no, it's correct. Actually, it's correct. That's not what I want to do. So what I want to do is you go to default properties. So what I want to do is I want to format the number. So we'll go to not change data type, but default property. So we'll come to number format. We'll click on number format. Now it bring out this dialog box. Then would come to, because we are going to currency. There is a standard currency, but we are not dealing with standard. We want to do custom because you might have different types of currency, because the standard there is showing just some standard ones. So, but we want to use custom in case you want to, there's space for decimal if it's negative value, if you want to abbreviate in thousands, millions, billions, and so on. So if you want a suffix, like maybe, for example, if you want pounds and pence at the end, or if you want naira and kobo, that kind of a thing, or dollar and cents, so that kind of a thing. So you can have that, and they are different. You might have some of these would I call it, some of these fields in a certain format that you want to. So, but for this one, we're using currency. So I'm just letting you understand why we're doing this. So I don't want any decimal place to be my currency, so I'll put 0, right? I'll leave it at pounds. If you want to, use other currency, you can use other currency. Instead of using thousands, I'll use million. That's just me. Understand? So I'll just leave this for a while so you guys can see it. So with this, I'll just say okay. Right. Okay. So this sheet, I can either name it, I'd rather name it down here. So I will name the sheet down here. I will explain to you why it's better to name it down here. So if I name it up here now, right, the sheet number will not change down here. It will still be showing sheet number. Say for example, I will just undo say a name. I say sales by items. And I say apply or okay. You see, it has changed here, but it has not changed down here, right? So that's why I don't want to change it up there. I'll change it down here. Along the line, you can now change it up. But first, because at the end of the day, when I want to maybe move this to a dashboard, I might want to change the heading. But I want to know what I'm working with in this space because this is my visualization sheet, not my dashboard. So down here, I'll just say what? Sales by or sales price by items. So what I'm doing now is I'm letting myself know that okay, this sales here is according to the items category here. So if, for example, I now want to, later on, I want to, do a visualization in this, like I can do something, you know, something later. So let's say, for example, I want the visualization I want to show is by category. Instead of writing by items, no, I will not do by items because I will now change it to category. Do you understand? That's because I'm working with the hierarchy. This is the phase where I'm just playing around and doing my, playing around with my visualization and doing. I think it's going to be better for me to use thousand rather than million because it's abbreviating that. So I'll change that. So I'll go to sales the same way in property, and I'll change this here to 1,000 so that at least, yeah, it won't just be showing 0. Okay, so this is this as regards to this. So what I can now do is I can kind of like format this and make it even a little better. Say, okay, I can remove this label. So if for example this one I'm dealing with category, I just want to work with category. I don't need this at the top. If I open the next one that is showing product, it's doing like a table, right? So because I don't need this, because if I want to use visualization, if we are doing according to what I'm saying here, total sales, maybe total sales by category. Now, for example, I will just I'll just remove this, right? And now I'll remove that. I'll just right click on this. So I right click on the top here and say remove or hide label of the role. Hide field label for row. So I can hide that. If I click on this, it removes that. Right. So, and I can change this to what? To sales by category. Then I can change the font just to make it a little nicer. I can use the Tableau bold. I can even make it bold.
How did you get this dialog box?
So all I just did was I double click on this, or you can right click and click edit title or format title. Not format title, edit title. Because for the format title, we're doing something else. So you say edit title, or you just double click on it. Right. So that's how you get this. So what I can now do again is this. I can come, now we're looking at category. I can come and use filter for this category and filter this category. Because you see, this is showing us a lot of categories. And I want to just know a few of these, and maybe I want to know the top 20. I can bring category now. You click and drag category, put it on filter. Wait first, before I go into that, have we all done this? You don't necessarily have to do it exactly like me. Okay, another thing, while we are playing around with this, I can change the color of this rather than use blue. I can change the color. I can say I want it to be, red, orange, or I can go for the more colors. I just play around with the colors. Or maybe you have a particular color on your screen that you want to use, like pick color of this on screen. On screen color, you see, that's the on screen color that I picked. Or pick, I can pick an on screen color. Maybe something that looks like so I think that's the only on screen color that I have that's so that's blue. So I can play around with whatever. Well, you can play around with colors. So I'll just use something like this. So yeah. Then this one too, right? So, and I can also play around with the size. So we are seeing the purpose of this max, right? We are changing the color of this, the size. If I adjust this, it increases the size. Can you see? If I reduce, it reduces the size, right? You can see. So you can play around with that. Now also the label. Now we can label this if we want it to be labeled, right? So if you want it to be labeled, what do you want to label? Is it the price, the sales price? Do you want it to be labeled with the sales price? Because the category is already labeled on the side. So what you want to label is the sales price, or is it something else, or is it the rating, the average rating of that product? So many things that you can label, right? But for now, let us just label. So we keep it simple. We are dealing with sales, so it's sales that they want to see. So we can put the sales. So we can carry sales now, sales price, we put it on label. We click and drag, we drop it on label. So we can see it is in front of it. Right. I'm not a fan of this, but some people like it. Right. So I'll just undo that. It's just to show right. What I deal with the tooltip. So you see, this is the tooltip. Now, you see, what I'm saying here is I'm seeing category, order, and sales price, right? So now, for this, you can decide what you have in your tooltip by your detail. So whatever you have in your detail, whatever is in your detail, on this visualization, now what we have on our detail is category and sales price. That's the only thing we have on our detail, and that is why it's showing on tooltip. But if we don't have anything, if we add some things, if for example I had rating to detail, you see I've added rating to detail. What it has done is sum of rating, but I don't want sum of rating, of course. I want, say, average rating, because sum of rating will give me addition of all the ratings. So, but if it gives me average, it will give me average of the rating. So it will be between 0 and 5, right? Like we discussed in the last class. So now average is already on detail. So if I come here, you can see it has added average to it, average rating. I don't know why the rating is now something else. Okay. I don't think that's the wise thing to do. Still,
I think it's still summing up the rating.
uh, I I think I've not just done it well. There's something that is missing. There's something somewhere that is missing. So what it has done is still the average rating, but the way it has done the average rating is not the way I wanted to do it. Right. So I'll remove that. So what I'll do is this. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Let me see discount. So discount is in percentage. Let me see what it has here. Just give me a second. Okay. So I'll remove. So what I'm trying to say here is this. Now, I can. So okay. Let me use left in stock. So the products that are left in stock. So I can put it on detail. So whatever I put on detail, it shows it here. Right? It shows it on the tooltip. So the more I add to the detail, what I want them to see about this product or this category, I'll keep adding it to the detail and you can see it in the detail. Right? If I break it down further, see, if I come here, you can see the product left. I can decide that, okay, I don't want product name to be in my tooltip, or you get, and things like that. So anyways, so the more we open up, you can see the product name is now showing because that is now your detail. So I just to give you an understanding of what we are playing with here so that you understand it properly. So I remove that. So the tooltip now, you can edit it. If you click on it just by clicking on it, you should just click on it once. So if I click on it once, it comes up. I can edit it. So what I can do is I can give this category. I can give it a font, right? Give this also a font. I use Tableau. I'm using Tableau semi-bold for that. The category, you can see category remains category. So this category now is a field. You can see that this is a field and it's saying this is some of the product. So what we can do is we can change this to, I can change the font of this also. This one, I can change it to say that font and I can change the color. So, okay, I'm using, let's use black. Okay, so it's a little different. So I'll just use this color and I'll just increase the font to say 15. Then I would maintain the same for category here, the same Tableau bold, and I'll just make it bold. And then I would say, okay. Then I come here. So you can see now it has, I've edited that tooltip. Now I can see if I put my mouse on this, I can see it clearly. Okay, the category is order. And the sales price is so thing. In fact, so you can edit it. If you don't like that color, you can change the color to something a little bit brighter. You get, so this is a little bit brighter. If you come here to show you tooltip. So that's how you edit your tooltip. Now what I also want to do is probably edit these ones. So I'll just right click on this, go to format and come here. Now I can switch in between the fields. So if I come to this top here, this drop down, this is category. So it's on category. What I want to deal with is category. So it's category I want to edit. So it's on category now. Category. I come to the font. The font I want there is I want to maintain the same font, Tableau bold, but I want it to be a little bit bold, yeah, and I want it to be dark, dark. So yeah, so I make it black. It's clear. So one thing I want to also do now is filter. So this is just for editing, you can do a lot of editing here. You can say, oh, you don't want it to be like that. You want it to be like this, you get. That's the what would I call it? The paragraph, where you want it to, the paragraph to be. If you want it to be to the left, you want the index to be to the left, to the right, or in the center, you get. So you can do it to the left, you can do it to the right, whichever one you want to do. And so on. You can play around if with the direction, you can play around with so many things, whatever makes sense to you.
Sorry, sir, please, how did you go there?
So I said you right click on this and just click format.
Okay, thank you.
Right. Once you click from format, you go there. If I close this now, right, I just do is right click format. And there's other ways to actually get there. So, but yeah, that's one way to get there. So you just do format and you get to this and then you start editing. So this is the header, right? There's the pane, so you can edit the pane too. So there are so many editing that you can do. The more we go, you will understand what I'm saying. So this is when I click on this is saying the entire sheet. So this is editing the entire sheet. So anything I make here is changing the entire sheet, the entire pane, the entire header. For that other one, I picked a particular what's it called? I picked a particular field. So this one too for row, for columns, if you want to, this is for the entire sheet, row, column, or whatever. The color, if you want to change the color, the background of this and stuff like that. But there's something I like to do. I like to remove all these lines. That's me. So I'll just remove the line now that we're at it. So I think this line down here is called the zero line. So I can remove the zero line. If I put none, okay, so that one is gone. So I think the axe rulers is also gone. So I don't think there's any line there. I think for the column, I think I removed the drop line, the reference line. None of those are there. Let me see the sheet. So I think all the lines are gone to here. So that's me as that. So I can format this, right? So I can format this here. So I can format this one here. So I can say, I can right click on this and format it. Mm. I don't know if I want to play with the scale. Let's see if
From my end, for all the lines, I put them all at none, but I still have the line I had on my chart.
it's probably don't worry, you share your screen and I'll show you what you are doing wrong. So okay, let's see if I edit this. So there are so many things you can do. You can edit this. You can decide to keep this. Me, for example, I won't keep this. I'll remove it. I don't need it. This total sales here, because what we are talking about sales. So we can even change the title here to what? Total sales by category. So then I don't have to keep the sales price down here. So I can always remove it. So I can like literally remove it. I don't need it there. So all I just need is this. Right. So this is just on the editing part. So for you that said you had that line there. So first, what I would do is I'll first click on borderline.
Done that.
Click on column.
Column. Okay.
Now make sure that these ones are not. I don't think you see those lines there. So you probably change it on sheets. That's why the line is there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
gone. Okay. So there are some lines that are your sheet, and there are some lines that see. The more you use it, the more you understand. You can see some saying for grand total, saying for for the sheet, and you see the grand total saying for this and that. Yeah. So the more you use it, the more you understand. So we'll quickly go and see filter now. So now I want to put category now, right? I'll click and drag category and drop it on filter. And what would it say? It will ask you, select from this list. Right. So this is all the categories that we have. You see, there are many. Select from it. So we can say you can custom value list. So you can do like a custom list. You can use one. You can use a wildcard. Say, what do you mean by wildcard? Maybe the first letter contains maybe the first letter, it starts with, if you say it starts with a number A, be a letter A or whatever. You know that it's going to go and pick all the categories that starts with letter A. Or if it says it contains a letter A, so everything in the category that contains the letter A to go and pick exact match. That means we are going to type the exact match. Ends with, all these things are self-explanatory. And when you start doing like what's it called? SQL, you understand what I mean by wildcard. So a wildcard is you are throwing a joker card. Like say, okay, when you're playing well, I forgot the name of that particular game, but the card with the joker. Then you say you need, if you are playing what, for example, and you say, okay, give me you ask for a shape. So you don't ask for the number, you ask for the shape. So joker can only give you the shape. So if you say, for example, give me triangle, for example, square. So you can't say give me square 14 or give me square 2. No, give me square. So the person now, from their own card, they will now give you, the square. So it can be a pick 2, it can be a pick 3, it can be a general market, it could be an hold on, it could be a suspension and things like that. So that's what like wildcard is. So you're throwing it and saying, okay, give me something that contains this. But you can also have the exact match. So I want exactly triangle 14. Give me triangle 14. That kind of a thing. So that's what the wildcard is. Then we have condition. So the condition, we can say by field. So if you say by field, the sum price that is greater than. So what we are saying is this. Now, if I say by field, they have put the condition now is by field. So we are saying this, the condition is by field, and the field, if you remember, I told you guys, field in Tableau is column, the column title. So the column title for this is sales price. So we have two columns, we have different column titles. So You can say, okay, for example, you want to select the category. Say, for example, let's say, for example, I say rating now. I'm just saying, for example, I say rating. You know, rating is not, I'm doing it based on rating. I'm saying rating equal to. So we are saying average rating is equal to, or we can say it's greater than or equal to, or greater than and equal to, or less than and equal to, or not equal to. So you see, but okay, now we are, you within this, you can be looking for rating. So within your category, your filter can be based on rating. So you can filter based on anything. That's what I'm trying to explain to you in this case. And there's filter by formula. So you can put a formula in that. Okay, I want something that is this and this, and you can tie that to so many things. So as you go along, you understand. But for this particular one, I'll be dealing with the top 10 or top whatever. So I can say, for top, I can say by field. Top what? I want top 20. So I can type in 20 there, right? So I want to believe we're all here, top, and I've typed in 20. And we are saying sales price by sum. So we can have by formula too, but we're not dealing by formula, we're dealing with top 10. So I'll say apply. Okay, no. I then click on formula. Sum. Sales price. Oh no, okay. Oh, yeah, okay. Sorry, I put something there before, that was why. So okay, yeah. So apply. So you see, it has gone to cut it down, cut it short to this. Uh, so that's top 20. Some I'll just leave this for a while. So to cut it down to top 20. So I would close this and I can say, I can change the formula, say top 20 sales by category, right? I can do that. So you see, the further I'm going, I'm editing it and I'm working, I'm editing it just to, because I'm going somewhere. But if you remember, we started with a particular title here, but that is not the title I have down here at the end of the day, right? So let's see. So what can we do now? We have this. We have edited it, right? So we have discount. Let me see. Okay, I don't want to do that because that will be like, we'll do that. So we'll do that for another class. So I'll create another visualization now. So this is top sales. So what we want to look at is like, maybe we want to look at sales in relation to the seller. So we have different sellers, right? So what I can do is this undo. I can duplicate this, I can duplicate this sheet just so that it's easy for me. So it's easy for me. I duplicate the sheet. I name this one sales by the seller. So we have different sellers, right? And so sales by sellers. So of course, we want to remove category because we are not dealing with category again, right? So we are going to also remove category from here because we are not dealing with category again. Now
Sorry, sir. Please don't be angry. How did you duplicate the sheet, please?
you just right click on this and click duplicate.
Okay, thank you.
So we remove those two things and put in sales name. It will put the whole list. It will ask you filter and then add. So, but just for the sake of this class, I'll just say what? add up. Regardless, just add up. And I'll say you should, do the descending on that thing. Now, what I want to now do is this. I want to filter this in regards to the top 20 also. So I come here, I put what I can do is I can take it from anywhere. But if I'm dragging it from here, right? If I'm dragging it from here, I'll just click and drag. But if I'm dragging it from here, I will hold on to control because I'm copying it. Because if I don't hold on to control, remove it. So just for you to know, anytime I'm dragging something out of, you just hold control. So you are copying it and dropping it. So now we'll do the same thing. Go to, it's already, we are using all, right? We are using all the values, or select all the values. You can just come here, select from list, select all, or use all. The same thing. Top field 20, top sales. And we say apply. We say okay. I don't know why that sales dev displays above here. So it should be something like this. And we can also, change this top 20 sales. So you say top 20 sellers. Right. And then we have that. So we can, just edit this one, just format this, just the same, just a little format, the same thing I did the other time. Right. I just made it dark. I think. Can I make it bold? I don't know if I made it bold. I'm just checking. Yeah, I made it bold. Yeah. So okay. So the same thing. So what we have here is the selling. So this is top 20. So top 20 sellers. You have top 20 sales by category. Yeah. So these are some of the things that some of the highlights we want to see on this work. So another thing I want to see is the sales. So I'll just create another category, total sales. So total sales of this Amazon, whatever. So all I just want to drag is total sales. So I say sales price, I bring it into, anyway, I can even put it in column. So I put it in column. I can come here to max and change it. I can change to make it text, to change whatever I want. But okay. So when you do this, what it does, it gives you it comes and gives you like automatic gives you like what to best represent the stuff. But for sales price now, I want it to give me in like I want it to give me a figure like this. So there are ways to do that. Number one I can do is I can bring the sales price here and just drop it in the drop field here. Not on the left or the right, not that, just drop it in drop field and gives me that, that total. Right. Another way to go about that is take the sales price and put it in text. So it has come there to give you, the sales price. Instead of putting it in 1,000, because you have done, I set it automatically to be in 1,000, but I can come here to edit it. Right, I can custom it and just make it like uh, well, yeah, I think, and I can edit it, you know, I just give it like so I can edit that. I can just let me keep the font simple. I'll use the same font that I've been using, so I'll just keep it simple. So this is 23.2. I don't want the point, so I'll remove that, the decimal. So that's 28 million. So that's the total sales. Yeah. So undo. The sheet name is actually correct. So I just did that. I don't know the font we've been using for sheet. Let me see. So you need 16, 7. Okay. So I'll just try on 16. So let me go. Oh, sorry. I did not highlight it. 16. Make it go. And that's it. So this is the sales, right? And I can still adjust it. Adjust. Keep it. Keep it to the right. You know, whatever, whichever one you want to is fine. That's the total sales, right? But this data is not really giving us much. Another thing that we want to like play with is the maybe average rating. And let me see if I can do that. So average rating. So average rating. So if I bring in the rating here, that's giving me the total rating. But I don't want the total rating. I want the average. So let me see if, let's see. Still not, it's still doing it in a way that um, I'm not okay with. Hmm. So I really don't know what is happening here. I'm trying to think of what is really happening. Maybe it's giving me the average in terms of, so what I would probably have to do is probably have to calculate. Let me see. I'm just for calculate, just for the sake of this. So say average rating. So rating divided by, let's say, count by, product. So product name. So let's see. Then it contains an error. Okay, yeah. So what I've done is I said you should divide all the sum of all the ratings, right? Sum of all the ratings divided by the number of product names. Or better still, I can say the number of AS, ASI. Okay, not that. ASI. But I think we used that ASIN the last time, and it was giving. I don't know who asked that question. Someone asked me a question. I was trying to calculate something. I was giving two different values. We used that ASIN, and it was messing up. But it's just for So I'll just call this what average rating. That's the average rating of all the products. I want to believe it will give us. Why is it giving me 33 point something something? Still give me the same value. So let me just give me a moment or so. Let me see. If I use, I think I use product. So for each product name, so I think from my understanding, okay, let's see this. You still give me the same value. You still give the same value. So I think what I might have to do is this. So I think what it is doing is this. It's giving me the sum of every product and dividing it by each column. So what is happening is this. You know, every product has a rating. So what I'm supposed to do is, let me see. What I'm supposed to do is
It should be average rating per product or brand.
that kind of a thing. So, but how do we put it in calculation? Is the question. So it should be the sum of what? Sum of the average. I don't know. Sum of the average of ratings. Let's see if this makes sense. Nah, it's not making sense. So what I'm doing is just hold on. Down.
Let's do, sorry,
Yeah,
Ayo, can we do a particular product
and
first and see if you can get
and
the rating?
we can do a
Then we can
particular
now see how we work around the other ones.
and we can do a particular product, but that it would it will be confusing in that way. So what I want to try to see is, okay, I know what to do. So let's get this. Let's get this. So if I do this, if I do rating, say for example now, let me move rating now. So if I do rating, I put rating here. Let me move. So we have rating, right? And we have the items. So okay, just hold on. I don't know what's happening. Okay, so let us assume that we have the rating, right? Okay, let's see. Let me see the brand. Oh, what is going on? I don't know what's going on now. They okay. Uh, wait. Okay. So let's see. Just see how this. So okay, let us say we have the seller. down here, and we have the category, the rating. What? Why is it doing this? No, this same thing happened last time, yeah. I don't know if you guys can remember.
Yes, it did. I don't know why I feel that it's just taking average of the whole rating and putting it under one category.
No. So something like this happened last time, and later on I kind of like sorted it. So I'm trying to wait, just this is the Excel sheet for those of us that are wondering what's going on. So this is the rating. So each product should have a rating, and each product has a category, right? So if I ask you to go and bring the rating of the category, it should bring a rating. Oh, it has put everything under none. So let me remove the seller. Let me put the product in. Ah, it's weird. I'm giving up. Okay. Let me delete this. Let's start again. So let me use seller ID, right? And we have ratings. Why is it doing all the ratings on one? Uh, okay. Review works fine. So this one is review, number of review. So what I can do is just indulge me a little. So I'll put and the total review. So we can have that. So the number of reviews that we have. So what I can do is I can do like undo. So that I can do for this, just to make it make sense, right? Total rating divided by, just to make it make sense here, divided by the sum of the reviews, right? That should make sense. Let me see. No, undo. So still not making sense. It's 24 246 divided by, shouldn't be that now. Abi? I did I did. So sum of rating divided by sum of review should give me something that is within 5. That's the sum of the total ratings. Oh. So I think that's where I'm getting it. Do you understand what I've done now? What I did before, I've just gotten like, so what I did before was I was dividing the total number of the rating by the number of products. Rather, I'm supposed to divide it by the number of reviews. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, makes sense.
yeah, so I'm sorry, Muslima. Is the data that we used just the last class that I'm sorry I didn't check the chat. Is the data we used the last class that I'm supposed to use? Oh yeah. So but still I'm still getting something 246, which I don't know why. Oh, shouldn't get 246. It should be as simple as that. By the number of reviews. So if you don't get any reviews, then you didn't have a rating. Well, you guys can look at it and let me know what you get. But yeah, is someone saying something?
What's the number of reviews? What's the sum of reviews
The sum of
given
reviews,
us?
the sum of reviews giving me 4 million. That's what's on the screen here. 4 million. So is the average. So what I've done is I've done the number of reviews and the average, but this average is not correct.
What's the sum of rating?
The sum of
Rating, yeah.
rating. Okay. The sum of rating, I did not actually calculate that here, but I can put it down. Let's see. That's the sum of rating. So the sum of rating is 1 billion.
That's where the issue is coming from. If you divide, I don't think that's still not right.
Well, so what would it be? What would it be? What would it be? What would because now let me open that data now so we look at it. So if we look at just hold on. Not see. So we have the rating, right? This is the rating. And we have the number of review. I don't even know why it's giving us. So is it so if we have so the way I expect it to be is like now that we have the rating, this is the rating, this number of review. So rating divided by the number of by the number of the rows. Okay. So at some point somewhere, let me just I'm just trying to indulge and see what's happening. So because this did not happen last time when I did it happened at first and I got the hold of it and now it's messing up again. So understand what's happening. So okay. So the ratings continue, but it's 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. So even if so it should be uh, so it should be because this is the rating. Zero, 0. It has nothing to do with the review. It has nothing to do with anything. So okay, wait. Uh, let's do this again. So undo. Rate. Let me just do this. So rating for the product. Rate general rating. No review. That's review. So rating. Oh, that's rating. Okay. So rating, the average rating. So okay, because I really let me just see again. So just total rating divided by what's that? I really don't know what's going on. So, anyways,
Obviously, the calculation doesn't seem to be right. There's something not right in the command because the average. I went back to the Excel template and I had to just highlight all the all the ratings.
okay.
And there's a way it sums gives you average counts and the sum. So there's something 33476.
So if we are you saying so wait, just hold on. What is this? So you are saying you added all the what do you call it? All the
All the ratings.
which one is all this? Which one is this? So is there a rating that is 99999
No. I think it's a document.
in my document?
It should be because yes, all these 578. That's where all the
This 578. Do you have the
it's not there.
578?
No. What I have, the average of what I have is
I have a
3,000.
rating that is that value too in my file.
Okay. I do have the same rating because the average is also showing 33,000. So it's some of the figures in the ratings are definitely wrong. That's where the problem
That's
is.
what's happening.
Yeah.
Okay. Because but why is it not now? My problem now is this. As I'm looking at the data here, it's not showing that it has a problem.
It's a big data now.
So I think that value there is making the other values to almost be invisible.
Oh yeah.
Find it. Just find it. Do control find.
999.
Yes,
Yeah.
if you find it is under order
Okay.
in a category.
It's under order, Abby.
Yes.
Yeah, I know what to do.
So
Then I'll
because the
just
value is so high, it will make the other 3 points and 2 points so invisible.
okay.
So
Okay, so what we'll do is this. I will just I would remove it. So I think the reason why it's like that under order is because I don't know, maybe I don't know, maybe what it did. Let's see. So let's see. Maybe what it did is So the order is under is category. I mean, using category, right?
There is under other category. There's also another value there that is also a bit high, 578.
578. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Maybe what I'll do is this. Let me come back here. So if we
Maybe
then we have to look for that.
we can actually remove.
Either we remove it or we can remove it here also. So what I can do is
Yes.
so we say it's under here is under null, right? So let me category now. This category and rating. So okay, it's under order. So we put category. Oh, sorry. Just hold on. Let me try and remove this. If I what's the other one? There's one other one. You said one other one is
578
507. What's that one under?
is under order too.
Okay. So that means I just say there are two orders there.
That's what's showing in the file.
Anyways.
Other category, there's order. Let me unfilter and check it.
No worries. What I can just do now is this. So what we can do is I can use the average. So if I use the average, this is what get. So we can mess around with the average, and let me just so we can have something like this. So we can have like, but what I was trying to do, so we can have for sellers, right? For categories, we can have for sellers. And that's because you have removed orders. So that's why it's like that. I know I did it yesterday. The same thing happened yesterday, but we sorted it. A lot of sellers are even on 5.0. Yeah, so, but the average really is maybe the thing that we just want to check is probably the number of review or something, because there are a lot of products on like the 5 on 5, and there are some products that some sales that, but yeah, that's maybe if you want to check in relation to like the items. So if you go like based on the items now, and we are looking in depth. That's when we really see. Sorry, we are looking in depth into the product and the brand. That's when we really see maybe like. And for me, I made a mistake. So my brand is supposed to be before. Yeah. So I should have something like this. Yeah. And even still, we can play around and do it by seller. But not seller, the seller. But it's still the same thing. Yeah. So, and I can also remove the null. So you can have something, or you can have something like this. So the seller, the category, the brand, and the product name. So, and you can have it like that. You guys to go really. So this now gives you like more like a breakdown of the stuff. But what I was just trying to do was an average, like just like I'm doing average sales, average, whatever, like that. So yeah. So once we have that, what we just want to create is like a dashboard. So you see this last one. That's what we want to create dashboard. So you click on the last one, right? So just close that. So yeah, so I'll just do this quickly. So now that I've clicked, so this first one is sheet. This second one is dashboard, and this third one is story. So the dashboard was sort of like new dashboard. I click the new dashboard, and so the new dashboard, I just name it overview of Amazon. So overview of category of top 20. So this one, I just named it. I just gave it just a name, just overview of Amazon top 20 by sellers. So, but of course, I might change the name later. So, I want to make it automatic, so I use the entire screen, right? So, to work with this, what you need is you need diagonal and horizontal boxes. So, you need containers to work. So, I will drop some containers. I'll be using 3 horizontal containers actually. I'm sorry, vertical containers. So vertical containers are for, you can see what, if you see what I'm saying, I'm talking about. I can put the vertical container underneath this guy here, just below. Undo. So yeah, something like this. Then I'll just so this one you have to learn it on your own. I'm just trying to explain to you how, because in my mind I've divided. I'm working with one, two, three, four. So that's what I'm working with. And this one right here will probably be like logo and stuff like that. But of course, I don't have that here. So, top sales, top. What I'll just do is this. Because so maybe what we can do is this, rather than doing this rating, what we can do is I'm just trying to think. So okay, what we can do is let's say, because it doesn't even still make sense. So because I don't want to, I want this to be as simple as possible for you based on this class. Because we can look at the what is left in terms of, we can look at what is left in the stock that is left in terms of, so we'll just look at total stock left. So I just write oh, yeah, you know. Okay, so I just do total stock left. I'm trying to as fast as possible because of our time, so that I can finish this. So 16, this would apply, uh, stock left. I don't know what I'm using. So let me just make it to this side rather than So yeah, this side left what is the font I used? 14 and semi-bold. Okay, let me just play around with this. So let's assume I have this, and then we want to create this. So we have this, of course. Okay. Okay. Of course, it can be better than this. I'm just trying to. I'm just showing us. So we can add title. So I don't know why. Okay, let's see. uh, I don't know why this is trying to understand why this is showing like this. Oh, okay. Um, so let me see. I don't know why this is showing like this. Trying to. But what I can also do is this. Let them do that. I might just need to do a little editing. So so what I can do is because we are let me just so what if I was to do this alone, I'll be by myself. What I can do just to give it a little flavor is I can look for some other additional things that I can add to this list here of things that I'm just trying to let me see 620. Yeah, 20. So this is it. You have so what you have here is you have so I will just give this a little editing. I think I'll reduce the size of that to 14. To 14, 14, and that like so I'll reduce this to 14. So so these guys here, I can what I can do is I can play around with the font. So I'll just go back to this. Yeah. Just the editing. It still goes back to the format. And remember, I was telling you about like the different lines. So you can have different kind of format. So depends on what you want exactly. So you can so and you have different format for the pane, for the header, and so on and so forth. So you can play around with it. And if it's the sheet, the entire sheet, worksheet or the band or like that, you can play with the entire thing. See. can remove the line if you want to. So that's for private. You can remove the line if you want to, and you can font. I can now fill the font. I think it's too much. Let's see. So you can have this. Of course, you can play with different background. Like you can do so many things to your work. Um, you can do so many things to your work, and just so what I've done is I'm trying to keep it simple. Just I'm trying to keep it simple. So if I want to see like the entire work now, this is the work now. So I kept it simple with the color. It's just white and black. You can decide to do different colors um, for for it. But this is just a simple, you know, chart, a bar chart, and a table showing like a summary of this should probably summary of stock and sales. Maybe stock left and sales. Right? Okay. So this is something like this. So what you can do in this what you can do in this case is you can. So once you are done with this, what you can do now is you can how would I put it? You can save it. So you can save it. You just go because last time I don't think we saved. So last time all you just need to do is come save as. Click on save as. It takes you to the sign in. You sign in and you save as. So this is like a development of like okay, the review of the top sales product category, by category and by sellers, and the summary of what is left and their sales based off the data. But of course, from the next class, now that I've added it to you, I'll send you another data. For that one, we use that one. We use this second data to look at things like other things like bar charts, some other charts like maps and things like that. But this one just limits us to like the bar chart. I don't know if you have any questions. I think I've overshot my time by like 5 minutes, but I'll just quickly take any questions if you have. But if we don't have, all we just need to do is put our email address, password, sign in, and to save. To ask people what you want to save, you can save. It's uploaded. That's all you just have to do. So I don't know if you have any question in regards to what we have done.
Yes, I have a question, please,
Okay.
or two questions. The first question is, I know, oh, okay. The first question is it possible to change the background of the dashboard instead of leaving it as a plain white?
Yeah, it's possible.
Okay,
So if you want to do that, there are many ways to do that. So you can see I've come to background here, right? That's dashboard here. So and you can format the dashboard. So if I click on format here, you can see it. I can decide that I want to change the color of my background. But of course, when I'm changing the color of the background, I have to also think what is the color, what background am I using in the main, in the main um
yeah.
what's it called? Yeah, in the main in other visualization, so that it doesn't go out of place. Like for example, this can work. I'm just playing around with it. So this can work, and I can still come and play with a different background there. I think uh, color did I use? Let's see. No, simple. This will not even. I need something that works with. Yes. It doesn't work. But what I'm trying to say, because of the choice of my, let me just try to see what works. So, so just hold on. I'm just playing around so that I think the problem is this background. But yeah, I think I might need to change this other background. But I
Okay.
see you get an idea of what I'm trying to say. So
Yes,
now
I
you see
got
I've
the
changed,
idea.
yeah. So you see I've changed this one to white, change this one, and then I'll look for a way to change that and change this one also. I'll probably change this one to the same background and change this one to white. So it's about, whatever you're doing, everything has to like come out. So in the first place, before I start doing the dashboard, I want to first have an idea of how I want my dashboard to look like before I start playing around with all these things. But it's just for example, what I do is, let's see, I can just come. I'm just saying, not, of course, if you are working in the company, they already have the way that they want their stuff to be. So I can say dashboard sample, right? And I can just check let's say image. I can just pick one of all these things and say, okay, I want my dashboard to look like this. Let me look for a very good one that I can share around. So you can just come and just check here and just be inspired by one of these dashboards. You see this one now, the one that okay, the entire background is white, but then again, you see they are not playing with too many colors. It's just black, white, and green. To get the only place where you see them play with like more colors is here, the map, and it's just dividing the three, the west, east, and south. The west, north, west, east, and south of the map of America, and others like white and black, right? So they keep it simple, you see. Um, Not too many colors. You see, even these ones, you don't want to use more than three colors, trust me. Once it gets to like all two colors, you see, this is just two colors. But anyway, it's just two colors. So yeah, so you if you keep just keep checking, you see some dashboard that are nice that you can. If you check YouTube also, you see some people make some dashboard that are really nice. You can also, yeah, a very good place to check is um, yeah, is the probably the views. So if you check the views too, you see like some dashboard that could inspire you there. So yeah, that's that as regards to that. So you can mess around with the background. You can even bring in pictures. You can okay, like I was trying to do something, so let me show you something real quick. First that container. So anytime you want to bring something in, use the containers. So based on the container, either vertical or horizontal containers, that's what determines what you can bring in. So you have to get used to. You have to know how to. So that would mess everything up here, because I did not think about it in the beginning. So that's why it's giving me this problem now. So you might have this kind of problem when you are like working. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to put, let's see, trying to put something next to it, and it's not working. So yeah, but what I'm trying to do here is this. I'm trying to put in, let's see if I can even do that. So I'm trying to put in a navigator here. So if I put the navigator, I can say I want to navigate to, anytime I click on this nav, let's assume I have two dashboard. So anytime I click on this navigator, so I say maybe the word navigator is uh, profit. Profit by category. Maybe it's like summary, right? Yeah, okay. And it's navigating, maybe it's taking me to the next dashboard, which is talking about summary of profit and sales. So you see, I say okay. So if you click on this, so if I kind of like set it up, it's supposed to, like you see what happened. So if I set it up, like if I set up on, if I click on it, it's supposed to take me to that next dashboard. But because it's not the dashboard, it's taking me to this. So that's how you embed like dashboard in that. So the with the dashboard, you can do a lot of things, and you can put images, you can do like data story, you can do like workflow, you can bring in, you can add filters and so many other things. So yeah, some of these things I will not read. I'm just showing you. I won't be like teaching it, but I'll just show you like, oh, you can do this, you can do, like for example, I just showed you that. So yeah. So I don't know. Sorry, I think I'm talking too much. What's your second question?
Okay, so my second question is if but I would have loved to get a quick one. Sorry, before I go to the second question. I know in Excel there's a way that the background can award the colors. There's this automatic editor that can give you a template colors in case you want to take something from it.
Mm.
Tableau also have that.
No, Tableau is the most the reason why you use Tableau is because it's for creativity actually. So in Tableau you have to create everything by
You
yourself.
have to do it yourself. Okay, no problem. Then the second question is now that if we save this, how do we go back to it if we
You,
want to view it?
all you just need to do is open. So tomorrow now, if you save it now, if you want to go back to, all you just need to come to file, open from Tableau Public, you sign in,
Okay,
and it will open that dialog, and you can open.
okay,
See whatever you save it as receipt, and you just open. You can also edit it online too. But the Tableau online it doesn't have everything that the Tableau Public has. You get, there are some functions that are missing. You can use Tableau in phone too, but there are some functions that are missing too. Yeah. So that's
okay.
as well.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Any more questions? Okay. Yeah. So that's that as regards to that. So thank you for joining, and yeah, if you have any questions, you can reach out to me and you'd find a way to resolve it. Yeah, I think that is something that you can do. So and it's just comparison 2022 and 2021. So something that you can, yeah. So, but of course, you might not be able to do this in class, but we'll see what we can do, Sha. If it's something that we can do, but it should really be fast. We can look at this. So, of course, in fact, I'll keep this and we'll see how we can work around and do something like this in the class. So it just gives you like a breakdown, and then so you can see when I say, so this one now, he has put something there for you to be able to switch and even look further, and they are giving you something to be able to switch and look further. So yeah, that's that as regards to this. So thank you so much for joining. Yeah, have a lovely night rest. See you next week.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
See you.
Thank you. Bye.
Yeah, bye.